I wanted to highlight on how do I enter a trade using Market Cipher. This is one of the very most requested videos. And how would I enter a trade? We have, let me be very frank, we have multiple strategies with Market Cipher. And sometimes one thing I realize is most people, like we all have our different strategies. It's like, and if my strategy works for me, I stick to it, right? And if your strategy works for you, you also stick to it. But one thing I do realize is most people try to not necessarily sell their strategy, but try to pitch their strategy as the superior one. No, the goal is to make money, right? So if I'm using a very simple strategy that works for me, that's the best strategy for me. I don't have a problem with your strategy if it works. The same way goes to scripts, right? Market Cipher is not the only script out there. We have people using different script that works for them. So trading is like varieties of different strategies that works for you. So this is my strategy, but one thing I do is I always try to simplify stuff. That's my goal, is to simplify stuff. I don't want to make things very complicated. That's why I don't use jargons. I use relatable words like road signs, Google Maps, so that the person who is new to trading wouldn't get confused by what we call, like, let's say VWAP. You understand? When I say VWAP, it's like, wait, what is VWAP? You understand? So it's like, let me use relatable words so that the normal person can understand. That's the beauty about simplicity. Just let anybody who is not into trading understand what trading is all about. So let me delve into how I would enter a trade using Market Cipher script on any given let's say on any given time. So basically, what you have to understand is we have multiple time frames. When I say multiple time frames, time is something that we don't really discuss in trading. And I know most people are like, well, what is time? Time is more or less like we all know about time, measurement of productivity. When you wake up, you sleep like 3 hours, you wake up, let's say, sorry, sleep at 3 a.m., you wake up at 7 a.m., 7 a.m., that's more or less like 4 hour, yeah, 4 hour of your time, you understand? So you slept for 4 hours, you understand? So basically, time is more or less like you are tracking um your your sleeping time or your sleeping hours. So it's like measurement of productivity. If you, let's say, you are going for jogging, you track your time. So it's like time is basically a very essential part of our lives. We cannot do without time because time measures our productivity, other social activities as well. So in trading, you cannot talk about trading without including time because your assets move in accordance with time, right? The very direction of your asset move in time in a given time frame. So it's like we have multiple time frames, from daily to hourly to minutes and to second. You understand? So if you want to track the overall direction of an asset, make no mistake that make no mistake because your assets move in directions upwards, downwards, consolidate, right? Let me give you a practical example. Down here, consolidate here, then up, down, consolidate, down, up, down, consolidate. So it's like your asset moves in different three price actions. Sorry, your asset moves in three directions, either up or down, or consolidation. So how do I know the direction of an asset? I have to pair it in accordance with time. You understand? So let's say if I'm on a 4 hour time frame, that is one fraction of time. You understand? Let me explain this thing critically. You cannot base your entire trading decisions on just a single time frame. Let me give you a practical example. So let's say this is my data. This is my time data. Let me put it this way. This is my time data. Trading is all about probability, so you need enough data. So this is my time data. Bear with me, people. Every day I try to bring something new so that you get to understand the basic concept. So this is my time data, right? So in my time data, let's say I've divided it into 4 parts. So this is like 25%, 25%. I love to write. I love to write. I'm a writer. I love to write. So bear with me, people. 25, 25, 25, making it 100%. So this is my time chart. So if I'm basing my entire training decisions on just this single part, this is 25% part, it's not enough. This is not enough. This is not enough. So it's like I'm looking at just the 4 hour time frame to decide my trading decision. That's not enough. Because if I want to find direction, I need enough data. Make no mistake, I told you about trading is about probabilities. So if I'm using probabilities, I need enough probable outcomes. You understand? So, or I need probable scenarios. So let's say my 25% is one of the probable scenarios. Another 25% is another probable scenario. So it's like this 25% is my 4 hour time frame. This other 25% is my 3 hour time frame. This other 25% is my 2 hour time frame. And this other 25% is my 1 hour time frame. You understand? So if I have more or less like 100% of my time frame, that is 1 2 3 4, that is enough for me to base my entire trading decisions because I have enough time frames. Does it make sense to you guys? Let me repeat that again. I'm not repeating all, but if I'm trying to make an entire trading decision, I need enough data. Let's see. Let's see everything that we are doing about trading is data. I need data to enter this. Of course, everything we do is data. Data as a raw fact processed to information, right? So it's like if I'm going to decide on the given data, I need enough of it. And with regards to time, I need enough of time data. And I've probably divided them into 25%, 25%. So this is 1 hour time frame. Sorry. This, let's say this 25 is 1 hour, it's another one, this 2 hour, this 3 hour, and 4 hours. So I need enough data. So how do I know the overall direction? This is what I'll do. I'll put my vertical line here right in front of my oscillators. And if you're new to this channel, oscillators are basically what I call my Google Maps because they oscillate, they move, they move. And we have influential oscillators. We have liquidity, which is one. Then we have momentum, which is another one. So if I also want to make this thing very easy for you guys to understand, I'll also say that my momentum is, or my liquidity is like another form of data that determines the direction of price, or that influences the direction of price, because liquidity is like money. Anytime money enters an asset, price goes up, right? So how do I know the direction of my liquidity? That's the question for you guys. So momentum, this is my momentum, this is my momentum, which is also another influential oscillator, or my influential Google Maps because it moves, right? So how do I know the overall direction? If I want to know the overall direction, let's look at the time frame because oscillators move in accordance with time, right? So I'm on a 4 hour time frame. Let's look at the direction of my momentum. Momentum is in the negative. This is the negative territories, and this is the positive territories. Makes sense. So let's go to the 3 hour time frame. On the 3 hour time frame, you can realize that we are still in the negative. So what's happening here? We are still in the negative on the 3 hour time frame, and we are still in the negative on the 3 hour time frame with regards to their liquidity. So it's like on a 4 hour, let's do some common sense here. On a 4 hour, look at something. We have liquidity in the negative and momentum also in the negative. So it's like on a 4 hour, we are in the negative. Then we went to the 3 hour, we are also in the negative. Liquidity is in the negative, momentum is also in the negative. So what it's telling you right now is something is not right. In other words, we are bearish. But how do we confirm it? Let's go to another time frame. Like I told you, let's try and exhaust enough time frames and see the overall direction. All right, bear with me. So in the 3 hour time frame, what happened? Your money is still in the negative, momentum is still in the negative. So what is it telling us? It means that, let's go back to the 3 hour. Let me show you something. It means that on the 2 hour, we are in the negatives as well. So it's like we have enough of our, we have, let's say we have massive, so we have most of our oscillators in a negative on different time frames. So it's like if I was drawing my data pertaining to time, I would say that 25% of my 1st hour time frame is in the negative, right? Another 25 is in the negative, on the 3 hour time frame, another 25 is in the negative on a 2 hour time frame. So do I even care about this one? Because I have almost like 75% of my data saying we are bearish, right? So let's look at price here right now. 75% of my data says we are bearish. Look at price right now. Price seems to be bearish here, right? You are bearish, but it seems you are going up. But is it enough for me to long? It's not, because I have almost like three of my influential oscillators. Sorry, on a 3 hour time frame or different time frames, you have massive of our oscillators in the negative, but it seems that we are going up. But let's see on the 2 hour or the 1 hour time frame to see something. Let's check the 1 hour time frame. On a 1 hour time frame, you can realize the momentum is heading upwards, right? But let's go to the 45 minutes. Momentum, it seems to be going up. You can long here, but you could realize that both the 45 and the 30 minutes, we still have liquidity in the negative. So it's not enough. Liquid is not enough in the assets. So let's go to the 30 minutes. Then you could realize something. Then you could realize that we've crossed the overbought territories. If you're new to this channel, you do know anything about, you probably might not know of my video that I talk about the overbought territories. Overbought is when whereby price of an asset has reached as a equilibrium. In other words, the asset has been overbought, so it means there is a correction coming. Remember, Bitcoin has been corrected more than 8 times. I'm talking about massive correction. So correction means that price is going to be corrected. In other words, if you are going to long from this side, you have to know that the overall direction has been literally been, we've already determined the overall direction, which shows that we are bearish. Money seems to be entering here, but look at something. Momentum seems to be heading towards or above the overbought territories. In other words, there's going to be a correction down here. Anytime you see momentum above this 0 line, sorry, 60 line, it means there is a correction coming. So if we're still longing in these territories, you probably have to be careful because momentum is coming down. Liquidity is also in the negative, so we are still bearish. So this is hard for me to be longing. And Market Cipher, let me remove my drawings. Market Cipher makes it so simple to literally determine the direction of an asset, because it's just basically, let me go to the 4 hour time frame. Let me go to the 4 hour time frame. The 4 hour time frame shows that we've been bearish for a while. We've been very bearish for a while, and let's see, from liquidity has left the asset, liquidity has left the asset, left. You understand? Liquidity has left. No, there's not much liquidity in the asset, right? So it's like we are still bearish here. See the momentum for here, went up, came down. You understand? Came up, came down. You understand? Like, this is how liquidity works. It's like, sorry, momentum has also been a negative for a while. So look at the side from 5th April to, let's say, 22nd of April. We have seen so much down trend. It's like we are bearish. Momentum is in the negative, liquidity is also in the negative, and you can realize there was nothing like a positive interaction here. Nothing like a positive interaction here. It just happened here and it came down once again. So it's like we are bearish. Let's look at this side too as well. You can realize that this is the inverse, right? So look at here. Momentum was up. Spent so much time here, came down for a while, then came up, came down. Now what happened to liquidity? Came here, came here, came down, and that's it. You understand? So it's like we also spent enough time in the positive when we were bullish. So look at price. Let's look at what price did here. Price went up when we're bullish, right? And momentum came down was here and we were bullish. Sorry, we are bearish. In other words, momentum fell, so we are bearish. Then what happened here? You realize that when money was exiting the asset, we became very bearish. bearish, 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 bearish. So it's like once you know the direction of your oscillators on different time frames, you can now trade. It's Market Cipher is just simple, basically easy to understand, easy to use, and I'm here to serve everybody's interest here to help make Market Cipher simplify for you guys to trade. So this is basically one of the basic or simple entry strategies I use. I have multiple strategies. This is one of them, and I have so many videos in the pipeline, and you just have to comment, share, like, tell people that say Onupa is around to teach them how to trade. So until then, have a nice time, people.